Hi there, this is Kathy Crow at the Crow Cottage here in Springfield, Missouri. Thank you so much for joining me. It is a lovely day out here today. It rained a lot last night, so I don't have to, today I get to just sit in the yard and look at all of the beautiful plants, and my roses are blooming and they are so nice. It is really nice here. So I hope you're having a good day too. There's a big heat wave all over the place, and you know, weather does fluctuate. So of course you never know what you're going to get. And I think it's going to rain again more today. So that is good. I get to just sit out and enjoy it and not have to actually water, because otherwise I have to get out there and do a little bit of watering here and there. Although we get a pretty good amount of rain here. It's nice. Now today I am going to do something a little different than I expected to do. And I'm here I think I'm here an hour early today. So this is sort of like a flash sale in a sense. And that fits because we're doing attention shoppers. The card I'm going to talk about the card that I was going to make today, but I actually couldn't find it because I'd already given it to someone. And that's the danger of making cards that you end up thinking are super cute, is that you give them away right away. So I thought I had stuck it in my little basket that I keep on the side to make sure that if I say in the newsletter I'm going to do a card, I actually do that one. And I've given all of these away. I couldn't believe it. I'd made, I don't know, 4, 5, or 6 of them, and I've given them all away. So today I'm going to be very happy to make a new one, but I'm actually going to show you, I'm going to tell you how I made the card, but I'm going to do a different one because I found a special little fun fold that's really easy to do on I think it was on Queen Bee Creations. So if you go check her page out, she has a video also with hers. Hers will be slightly different because I suspect my dimensions will be a little bit different because I did not watch the video, but I liked how she made that card. So I wanted to do one kind of like it. And I am going to be pulling in this set has been so super fun for me because I've been able to use so many other things. So do you remember this set from like a long time ago? She's perfect to go with that shopping cart and the little things. I'm going to use this little dog. Now in my card video, I use the little dog in the cart because he's kind of jumping anyway and looks good in it, from the retired set called You Deliver, or You Always Deliver, or something like that. It was a UPS guy delivering things and had this cute little dog jump. That's, I think, the dog I used. I also used a dog from maybe Bike Ride or something, like in the basket part of the cart. I mean, when you have all these old sets, it's so fun to put them together. But when I was looking for that You Always Deliver, I kind of happened across my flower cart. Now, this is one that's in the catalog too, and I haven't used it a ton, but I think this one, I might use this some today. We'll see. But it would be a really good one for background stuff with this shopping cart. There's just tons of things you can use. That Market Goodness one also. Oh man, I could just go on and on. But I won't. So I am going to go ahead and put the card down, put the camera down. Thank you so much for watching my videos, for sharing them, and for liking them, following my page, and all of those kinds of things. I do really appreciate it very much. And I'm going to shift. I'm going to take my coaster that I keep for my coffee. I'm going to shift this up. I need to put my tape like farther because this is the part I use, not this part over here. All right, now let me find my page over here on the side so I can see any comments as they come in. Of course, it didn't like it when I just did that, so it's taking another minute to find. And now there I am. All right, we had a wonderful time away, and we are back. It's nice to be back doing these again because I do miss sharing this with you. You're very encouraging to me, and I do appreciate you guys a ton. But it was nice to be able to see all of our family and our grandkids. Oh man, we had so much fun, so much fun. Now this paper, I don't know if I'm going to use it today, but I suspect I will because I like the stripe. But I actually got it out to see I thought this would be a good background to, you know, do a shopping cart kind of card. But to tell you the truth, I don't really know what I'm going to do today. This is going to be just sort of fun because I'm going to do this fold. This is the fold that I told you about that was off of Queen Bee Creations. I think she called it a center flap gatefold. I don't really remember because I saw the card, saw the video, went away and created, and then didn't go back to check those things. But I do know that that's who it was that I got that from. So, I've got my dimensions written down here because this is my little template. Now you could use this in a whole lot of ways. This is the way she had it. And then she had like a pocket of some kind here too. And that would be really good if you wanted to do a gift card. And I do think that this set is perfect for doing a gift card. And if you want to do plant gift cards, I'm always for that. You can use this with this, I think. This card, I do really appreciate it because you've got everything. You've got packages, you've got flowers and plants, you've got food, and you've got birthday cake. So you could just do any kind of a gift for people, any kind. Books from the, what is it, the little owl and the book set that we had. I forget what that is called, Bird's Eye View or something. That one has a book stack, and I think I used that to put books in here in a card. So that works if you've got music or book lovers and you want to give a nice gift certificate to them. Anyway, the ideas are endless. This is a nice big card, and it's actually a little bigger, I think, than the one I might do. I don't know. I haven't even really decided, but that's partly why I got this 12 by 12 out in case I do want to do that, because then I can actually get a whole sheet. The problem is that in my newsletter, I used the paper from this Full of Life. Now this paper, I believe, is an online exclusive product. So you're going to have to go in and just type in Full of Life Designer Series paper. It's 6 by 6, and it will come up. This paper is fabulous, and Stampin' Up is going to come out with some more paper pretty soon too. That's really nice. And I know there's two squares. There's the little mini squares, and there's these larger squares. The problem is I cut my card out to be a 5" by 7" card, and so of course my DSP that I was planning to use isn't really big enough. I need it to be 1 more inch. I need it to be 7 inches. So that's why if I decide to make this large of a card, I am going to have to bring in a different DSP. So that's why I hunted down something that I could use with my Melon Mambo, because the Melon Mambo is what I used for the card. So if you are curious about what card products I used, they're all, I'm sure they're on a link to the card that I said I would show you. But here is the number for the dies and the stamps for this set. It's only $39.50, which is very reasonable. And the thing is that you have this fabulous little card. You don't even have to stamp it. It's pretty nice. And I've cut out a couple already because, well, it looks like I've cut out one. So I'll have to cut out another one that I wanted to show you how easy it is. This is the metallic silver that we have, and this one was just some silver foil that I had left over. So that one is actually a little bit different silver than this one, but it doesn't matter. Any color, and especially if it's a metallic. Now we all know, we go to the grocery store and you see all of the cards that have plastic on everything, so it could be any color too. I've seen other colored ones and they're really nice. So you can do anything you want. But let's get started on this card. Oh, before I start, the card I told you I was going to do is just a standard Melon Mambo. It was 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then I just cut off, I wanted to use the pinks on this square of Full of Life, so I cut off 5 1/4, I believe, or maybe even 5 inches worth of this and put it on that card, and then I put the card and everything on it. So it was a very simple card to figure out. I am not feeling bad that I can't do that particular one for you. If I had it here, I would do it because it would go together like super fast. but I don't. So we're going to do something even funner. I know funner is not a word, but I'm using it anyway. If you want to go to my Stampin' Up shop, there's the QR code for that. This is the QR code for gift cards for Stampin' Up or for classes, although right now I'm not really doing classes, and this is my newsletter. So if you are wanting to get together and be a local part of my stamp group, I would love to have you join us, but right now I'm not really doing classes, so just kind of taking a little break. I know it shows that I am, but I'm really not. Now what I decided to do is to make this, because for this white one, I just used my leftover cardstock, and this is 15 inches long. So obviously my 12 by 12 won't fit here. I didn't want seams for my template, but seams are fine. It's pretty hard to find. You're not going to find Melon Mambo in 15 by 15, right? So I took our 8.5 and by 11, and then I glued this part together just so that it would be ready to work with. Okay, now I do want this to be in a seam. Of course, it's not going to be a seam here, but it will be on the inside of my card. On the outside of the card, you're gonna see this. There's really no way I can avoid that. That's why I would prefer not to have to do that, but whatever, we're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna make, I think what I'm gonna do for this Melon Mambo piece is I'm gonna make it smaller. So instead of it being 7 by 5, we're gonna make this Melon Mambo one, we're gonna make it 6 inches instead of 7. It is still gonna be a big card, there just won't be quite so much space. And then I can use that other, my Full of Life DSP on it. Well, I'm saying that right now, but on the other hand, I'm also peeking at what I've got, and I'm thinking I could use this. I think this stripe will be really pretty. Let's see if we have other yellows that will help tie this Daffodil Delight in with. I've used this so much. It's so pretty. I don't really, oh, look at you. So we could use you there. I wanted to have not just one DSP. And I do really like these dots, but I'm thinking there's not enough yellow in that one. But there's plenty in this one. Its gradation is through red too, my Melon Mambo. Not sure if I'm gonna like that. But we're gonna pull that out. Oh, this one. That's nice. Yeah, you never know what you'll see when you're browsing through your scraps. Your scraps can give you ideas. One thing I just want to mention about this stamp set. It did come with paper, and I did not order the paper because it happened to be in colors that I'd like, but not with this stamp set. They weren't colors that I knew of. This is a ladies' stamp set. To me. This is shoppers. I'm sorry, not many men shop like this. They might go online and buy tons of stuff. Once in a while they might go into a shop, but very rarely are they gonna shop. This is a ladies stamp set to me, so I knew I was gonna want to use pinks, purples, aqua. Those are the colors, and I don't think that those happen to be the ones that they were doing in the paper. I don't even know because I didn't buy it. So if you love the Attention Shoppers paper that went with it as a whole suite, fabulous. I just didn't happen to pick it. It was nice. I just didn't happen to choose that. Now that I might use. I'm just picking through the papers that I think might go with this. Tie my Daffodil Delight. This is retired. Again, this is like from, do you remember the cow set? No, it was a farm set. This is from the farm set. So this DSP with the stripes is like from 2 years ago. I do really hope that you are using your stamps and paper that retire. That's one of the reasons I really encourage people to join my team. Let's see if we took that and that. We could possibly. I'm just getting the papers out that I might use for my sides. I don't know. We'll think about it. I'm going to think about it. think we'll go ahead and cut it small enough so I can. If I keep it at the 7 inches, I won't be able to, but if I make it short enough, like a 6 inch, then I can use all of these DSPs as well as this one. So I'm going to put that to the side and we are going to cut. Now if you have a 15-inch sheet, which I don't yet, obviously I can't put this in the trimmer and cut it the length that I want. So let me show you how you can manage this. I'm going to move this over a bit. All right, now I just need to be able to see what I am looking at. So I need to make sure it is 15 inches long. So I'm going to position this in here. You know, the thing is that I want my inside seam to be on one of my score lines. So after I cut it 15 inches, I'm going to score it at 2.5, and then 7.5, and 12.5. So I need this to be on the 7.5 fold. So right now I am going to put that score line, or that line where I've glued it, just to the right of my track, and I'm going to score this, and this is going to become my 7.5 inch score line. Okay, like that. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and cut. I'm going to score my 7.5 inch line. So that is going to be 5 inches this direction. So I better turn it. I want this seam to be on the back of my card, although I could have it on the front, but then you would see these seams, wouldn't you? So you don't want that. It's going to be on the back. So I need a 5 inch measurement here to get that next one. And then I'll talk about this again in a minute so you can figure out why I am doing it this way. All right, so that goes there. And then this one is a 2.5 inch cut. So 2.5 inches. And I'm gonna cut this right there. Okay, so what we ended up with, this is going to be a mountain fold this direction. So what we ended up with is, now that I've cut this edge, I can cut the whole thing. So I'm going to go all the way over to 15 inches. Okay, all the way over to 15. And cut. And now my original score lines are 2.5 inches, so I scored that. 7.5 inches. Okay, so that's scored there. And then one more score line at 12.5. Okay, so we're going to score one more time at 12.5. And that one also is a mountain fold this way. And your card is going to fold like this. Okay? Isn't that nice? And now you've got this seam. That's how you can use two 8.5 by 11 pieces to get this card size. If you happen to want to use white, you can buy, in other stores, you can buy cardstock that's 17 inches long. And that's what I use with this. All right, now I had 7 inches going. I was going to do a 7-inch card, but now I've decided so I can maybe use this DSP2 on the interior of it, because I think it is going to be really pretty. I'm going to make it a 6-inch card. So instead of this being 7 inches, I want it to be 6 inches. So I can put my bar back in, and we're going to cut it this way. And see, I have it folded because, of course, it can't really work this way. I mean, it kind of can if you do it this way. But I'm going to go ahead and just fold it in half, and we're going to cut it at 6 inches. I'm running it a couple of times there just to make sure. And it's a little fat.
It's a little bit fat. If it was 7 inches, it would look a little bit more appropriate, but I would have to have altered all of my score lines, and I'm not doing that right now. I could have, but I'm not doing it. Actually, it would have been easy. You could have just made this a 2-inch score line and that a 7-inch score line, and then I don't know what that one would be, 12, and I've got 12 by 112, but it's actually 12 and a half. I don't know why, so there's a 12 there. All right, so we're gonna stick with this. I do want a pretty good size piece for this front piece right here. And this piece is 4 by 5.5. 5.5 is gonna be a bit long. The 4 is fine. But I need another piece of melon mambo, and we don't want it to be too see, that's not it. Those are leftovers now. Let me grab another piece of melon mambo, and I'm gonna cut it 4 inches, but we're gonna make it 5 inches instead of 5.5. So 4 inches by 5. And then that's going to give me 1 inch from the bottom, a 1/2 inch on the bottom and a 1/2 inch on the top. Okay? And that's your front. We are going to have a little tag of some kind to kind of secure this, going to tuck it in. You can do even a little corner thing and tuck it in, which is cute. I might do that. I'm looking at this, and this is, oh, I see what I've done. When I folded it, it's just sticking out just a tiny bit there. Let me make sure my lines are scored with my burnish tool, my bone folder. I want to make sure that fold is gonna be exactly where I want it. Maybe it is a little longer on that side. It's possible. Maybe I'll just trim it with my scissors then. If it's not a bone fold issue, it might be that my trimmer is pretty old. You know, as these trimmers age, the plastic starts to be a little more wobbly. This thing has had as much use as a 10-year, 15-year use, even though it's not that old. So it could be that that's why it was showing a little bit there, and it still is just a little bit. Let me trim just a little bit more, right? There. I don't want to get too much. I've done it before where I've gotten just a little too much. There we go. Perfect. All right, now on to more things. So since we did that, I do want to decide then what kind of DSP I'm going to use. And I think I am going to use this yellow on the sides. So we're going to do, should be 2 1/4 inch, but I want to measure it just to be sure because I didn't write those measurements down. So let's see here. This is 2 1/2 or a little shy of it. So 2 1/4 should be fine. Let me move that over here. So 2 1/4. I'm going to cut one whole piece of my DSP at 2 1/4, and I think having a white edge would be fine. Sometimes with these stripes, I like to get it where the color is. I don't think it's going to matter so much on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put I think I'm going to put a full sheet here, and then I'm going to put one here, and we're going to put one here. I think that will do. And I cut this, what did I cut this up at? 6. So we want this to be 5, and I better measure. I think we want it 5 3/4. Yes. So 5 3/4. I'm going to cut 1 and 2 at 5 3/4. And let's see if that's going to work. perfect. Okay, so we're going to glue that one there. We're going to glue one here as well. And I'm just making sure I have all of the ones that I want. I think we're going to want to do one more here. And I might want to do another one in here as well. So let's go ahead and do one more at 2 1/4. And then again at 5 3/4. And another one 5 3/4. So you end up with 4 pieces of this DSP that are 2 1/4 by 5 3/4. Where's my other bows in here? Now, I did toy with the idea of having us just use this paper and do it on real red, and that would be really pretty too. If you were going to go with your grocery cart shopping, we might use this and do, I think I would do a circle. You'll notice most of my cards in the newsletter were circles behind the shape. When you're looking to put a fairly good sized stamp as your main image, this is just a card hint for design for you. Contrast is always really a cool way to easily know where you're going next in a card design. If you're trying to figure out how you want to make it something that you made and you're not copying somebody else's design, then just go with opposites. Contrast, opposites always work. So if your stamp is kind of rectangular, then put it on something circular, and there you go. You're all set and ready. All right, I'm going to move this to the side. I'm sure you're coming back. You always do. And then we're just going to glue this on. Right now is the time to figure out, do I want ribbon? If you want ribbon to close something, now is the time to put it on before you put on any DSP, because you're going to want to put a little hole here for the ribbon to slide through on the outside and come through and be able to, you know what? I'm seeing one piece that I cut that has yellow on both sides. So that's the one I want in the front. I'm considering this one to be the best one. Oh, there's the clock. I actually moved my clock 5 minutes ahead because I was going to start right at noon today instead of 1. And that would have had it going 12 long chimes. So I thought, I'll just put it ahead. When it winds down, it's always slow, you know. And I let it wind down every week before I, wind it up again. So 5 minutes is no big deal. It will be back to its business again on time in the future. But I didn't want it going 12 long gongs. That always happens in the middle of the night. So Jeff teases me every time my phone goes off with some kind of a ring. Because seriously, I have a reminder to turn off that clock. I have that reminder set to go off several times a day, just to make sure I get it off. Because when we first moved here, I kept forgetting. I never had to turn that clock off in our house in Richland. And it echoes in the hall right by our bedroom. And oh man, never wakes me up until like 3 in the morning. You'd think the midnight one would wake me up, but it doesn't. And then at 3, it does. So, all right, so we've got those DSP on, and then I want one here. Because I'm not going to put a pocket on. I actually have a really cute pocket. I don't think I'm going to put one on, but hey, you never know. I might still put a pocket on, but I'm going to put this DSP on first. And I was trying to remind myself, who did you give these cards to? You might be able to get one. I have one package of cards that I took that I haven't actually given away yet. It's sitting here. So I thought maybe it's in there, and I'll just pull it out and borrow it for a minute and then put it back in, because I've got these cute little bags all set. I took one to a whole bunch of different people for my son's wedding. You know, we stayed at our in-laws, new in-laws, they let us have their bedroom to stay on. In fact, they let us have their whole house. Our family invaded their house and they said, it's okay, we want to bless you this way because we have been so blessed and we have family all over. We're going to go spend the night in the camper. It's perfectly comfortable. We have a nice fifth wheel and we're going to just stay in that. I'm telling you, they were very kind and polite, but I've stayed in my own camper when we had one, and it never is the same as I don't care how comfortable you've made it. It's not the same as your own bedroom, especially when your daughter is getting married. And at the time, are you sure? No, don't do that. Don't do that for us. But they are so kind that they did. So I wanted to make sure I took a really nice package for her. So I took a couple of packages for her, and one of them is that little bag like that with the lavender, that perennial lavender paper. And then I did a bunch of bags. I had so much fun doing those bags. All right, so now we've got our DSP on here, and you can tell already this is going to be so cute. I do want to put another piece of this maybe here, but I'm going to look and see, do I really want to? I don't think I do. I actually think I want to put one of these DSPs here instead. And I think if I use this one, it's going to mostly cut off this blue, which is good because I don't want any blue on it. Let's have a little peek here and see what this is going to look like. Because there's actually quite a few. The little dots are super cute. Remember, this is going to have, where did I put it? It's going to have this card on it. Where did I put that card? Here it is. So this is the front piece. It's going to go like this. Okay. So for you to be able to get a visual what kind of DSP you want there, remember our cart is going to be going on this, but I actually thought I might put DSP on that too. So let's see, not that one, probably not that one, although that one's not bad, but I am really liking this one. I'm thinking that one, and then if we go, so what we're going to do is I'm going to peel off this part of the yellow that's more mustardy so that we can get our Mambo one on the side. I'm actually preferring this, like super preferring it. But I might want that one under the cart. I don't know. I'm still thinking as we go. Aha, this one's pretty nice. Let's check that out. Oh, I'm liking that. We're gonna go with that one. All right, so for this one, this is, what did I just say? Is this 6 inches? Yes, it is. It's 6 inches by 5 inches. Now it should be 4, but again, I didn't score it for a 6-inch card, so that's why it's 5. So we are going to want this one to be 4.5 by 5.5. Okay, 4.5, 5.5, and we want it to be directionally like this, I believe. So let's leave the white borders and see what happens at 4.5. That's pretty good. We're gonna get a nice white edge there, and then we want this 5 3/4 actually, I think. Oops, did I cut it too short? Maybe a little. Let's just do it shorter than what I was thinking. Let's go ahead and do it at 5 3/4 and see if that's gonna be right. Actually, it will be 5 3/4. Okay. This paper is so pretty. It just makes card making so easy. Hey, Mary. It's nice to see you. I'm here like super early today. So, Mary, since are you there still? Here's your card box. I can show it to you since you're right here with me. So here is your card bag. These are all the cards that are some of my nicer ones, and they go with many of them anyway, go with, I've even got some Spanish ones in there for you. And they go with this citrus set. And I love this bag. I put some of my favorite little brads on them. And then there's a nice For You Mary card. So I am going to send this to you guys because Will sent a couple of things that he, I don't know, never gave to the kids, to Eliza, a couple of frozen, like, I don't know, I think they were games or something. And she's too old for them now. So he said, do you want, I want to give these to Julia. And I said, well, just send them with me because I have a package I'm going to have to mail to the Mejias anyway. So that is why the frozen stuff is actually from Will. And then there was one, there's a scavenger hunt game. I don't have it in here, or I'd show it to you. It was, we got it from Menards, like super inexpensive. They were having a sale. So I got one for Will and them, and then I figured, you and those girls, you're going to have a blast with this because it's like a scavenger hunt game that has items you actually already have around the house. Really a fun one too. They aren't weird and stupid. So, okay, so that is how that's going. And now we're going to put this piece on here. Now, if you don't want another piece, remember our cart with a whole bunch of stuff is going in here. So you are not going to want to put, I'm going to say, Mary did not respond. So I'm hitting a like on this. So maybe she'll come back and see what I want her to see my package for it because I worked really hard on it. I want her to see it. It's cute. If you're going to have something super, super busy, you might want to ease off on some of the super busy paper. So I think I'm going to just leave this the way it is. And because I'm going to have a little circle tag or corner of some kind of tuck here anyway. And then we're going to have that. So I'm going to, because this is pink, I'm going to have to put white cardstock in here to have writing space. The problem with my cards is that I'm sending them to people I really know. It's hard to have enough space to write. We don't see these people that much anymore. I mean, I don't see them for a long time because we live so far away. So I always have a lot of news to share or just like lots of glowing I love yous to share. And then I don't have room for it all. So anyway, that's why I do cards with like lots and lots of writing space. Some of my fancy folds are a bit tiresome because you don't have room. Now this one, I do think I'm going to want a tie or ribbon on. So before we actually stick this on the card, let's just assemble this and then stick it on because then I'll be able to know whether I want all of that. Now we're going to do the cart and I'm going to cut one out even though I have one ready to go. As you noticed, and with this one, I think I'm going to use her. She's so cute. She's actually facing the correct direction to be holding my cart, which is awfully, awfully nice. Sometimes they're not. So you just want to make sure you're cutting your die the direction you want it to. At least with a stamp, you have to use the silicone mat and do a reverse stamping process. But with a die, you just put it on the back side of your paper, right? You can just stick it on this side, and then you're going to get a nice reversed cart. So it doesn't matter which way they're heading. It's going to work. But I'm going to use her. She's too cute. All right, I am going to go ahead and show you how easy it is to cut these out, even though I've got it already cut. When I get these kinds of dies, it's a big selling point to me to know how easy is that thing to actually cut out. So we're going to do it so you can see how quick and easy it is. All right, I don't know if I'll get the stand in here too. Let's see. Sometimes that thing is kind of large, so let's make sure it's all going to fit. It will if I snug it up there. All right. Okay, very good. Well, I hope you had a good 4th of July. All of our family had a wonderful 4th of July. We only got to witness it as long distance on their videos and pictures, but it looked like they had a wonderful time, and I'm so glad. Their kids are so enjoyable. We loved it. Got to hold little Kathy as much as I wanted to, which was really, really nice. There you go. See how easy? Comes right out. Then I am saving these because they actually can be used as a little abstract weird thing sometimes, so you might want to hang on to it. I'm going to just scrape those into my little container, and then we'll cut out the stand, the roller bar, the wheels. Actually, let's go this way. And then our little shopping cart will be ready to glue. And it's a little tricky filling it. Now, the market bag, the market goodness set, is very similar to how you're going to assemble the shopping cart. I don't know if I'm going to do market. Am I doing market goodness? I think I already did a newsletter with my market goodness cards because they turned out really cute. But the part that is the assembly part, because it's a netted bag, is it's not tricky, but there's just it's a little different than you do it with other things. So you'll be able to see how you do it with this. Okay, so we're gonna have this. We're gonna take this one away. I'll use this one on a different card, and we're gonna put this on this. Okay, so I'm going to assemble it on the card itself. So I need to figure out where it's all going, because I actually kind of want my basket to be raised a tiny bit. But I'm going to glue this to the card. For me, it's just easier to glue the wheels the way you want them. And you can have this be on the back. You could have it be in the middle. Mostly it's going to want to be, I believe it's going to look best if it's here in the back. Okay, that's the way a shopping cart I think looks. I want this to be raised because there's going to be some stuff in it. And I also want that cute little dog to be sitting in here too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out where this girl is going to go. That's going to show me where that is going to go. And then I can glue on the wheels and get started on that. Let's stamp this one. This is actually the image, I think, of one of our Stampin' Up ladies' children. Very, very cute. I suspect. I think a lot of them are. And they're just caricatures, so of course they don't look exactly like them, but I do think it probably looks very similar, and she probably has a name. The stamp set is called Hey Girl, but I'll bet you would know. If you knew the family, I'm sure you'd know who this is. You would know her name. But she's pretty cute. And fun to color. Okay, so what we want to do is stamp that one. Of course, this one doesn't come with dies, or it didn't come with dies. I have no idea. This is an old stamp set I've had a long time. It was one I didn't buy when I first started as a demonstrator. I couldn't afford it at the time that it was out, so I had to wait until I had some stamp money to spend on retired things that I hadn't been able to buy when they were current. So, I have no idea how long this one's been out, but I do know it's pretty old. It probably has a date on it. Let's see what it says. No, yeah, there might be a date in there. There's a lot of addresses. I don't see a date, however. All right, but I do know I'm gonna want the dog for sure. So let's stamp him. So you are committed to a bunch of fussy cutting, it's true. Now we do have a Scotty dog, Do you remember the Scotty dog that was a Christmas Scotty dog? Oh, he's awfully cute. This one, though, I think is going to be the best size for here. So I'm going to stick with him. And oh, I think I lost the word you. Where are it? Oh, no. I see the word you and it's gone. I'll have to do a search in here. I bet it just fell out when I was manhandling it. All right, and then the bag. That is the one problem with some of these things that, you know, get older. These stamps do degrade over time. So, you know, that is a risk that happens. The clean ones do it more, I think. Oh, there's the word you. Good, I didn't lose it. I just had it in the wrong spot. Put you back here. There. Oh, man, I have a little spider on me. Oh, my goodness. A little tiny one. He's not. But it did scare me a little. He was on my arm. He's gone. All right, now a balloon would be fun on there, wouldn't it? Don't you think? Oh, we'll do it. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it, but we'll do it. Who knows? We might do a balloon. Let's just stick with one. Let's make it easy on myself and just stick with one. It was a teeny tiny spider. I do have bugs on me all the time because I'm outside. It's like they get on me. It happens. I don't think I'm going to use any of the other things on here. So let's. Oh, she actually has a phone. Can you believe it? This is so old that the phone looks like that. I'm not thrilled with phones, so I'm not going to do the phone. All right, now for these. We've got this bag, which is actually a little bit bigger, so I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to want that in the cart. I actually want a box for the dog to be on. So I'm going to use this bag. I might want it instead of the one I just stamped. But I'm going to have to find the box. The box is going to be from that You Always Deliver. I thought I didn't need it, but, you know, now I'm seeing, yeah, you're going to need it. So let's do that. And her little purse. I do like her little purse. It's cute. Let's do that. It's stamped so that you don't have to cut it out. You can stamp it on her arm. There's a space. You know, I should probably have done that, but she's going to have her hand on the cart there. So we're going to just we're not going there. We're going to just cut it out. I cut out a lot of things. I'm pretty used to it. All right, You Always Deliver right here. So this is where I got all of the boxes for my cart. Because your dog's got to stand on them. And see, isn't he cute? He's about the right size. He's got to kind of be jumping out a little bit though. I don't know. I'm going to stamp the dog just in case I need him. You never know. When you're starting to assemble things, sometimes the perspective or the size of the stamp just doesn't work quite as well as you'd hoped. All right, so we're going to do this one and this one. That way we'll have plenty of packages and boxes to use. I know you're thinking, man, she's going to have a lot of coloring to do. It won't take long, believe me. All right, so there's those little packages from You Always Deliver. I love, when this set came along, I was so happy. Hey, where did I put the plastic that goes on there? There it is. Okay, perfect. All right, now, I do not think I'm going to get to this today. I don't think I'm going to have time, but I'm just going to put it up there. Who knows? You never know. It might still happen. All right, let's take this. Put my lose that. All right, let's color. And you've got all of your colors right here. You know, that's the other thing about DSP. It tells you all the colors you need. You don't need to rethink it too much. So we've got Melon Mambo. I do want Daffodil Delight. I think we're going to do that Bubble Bath as the lighter pink. And these are basically the two colors we're going to be using. And then I will need my flesh tone. And so I'm going to use Petal Pink for my flesh tone. And then if I want anything more purple or orangey, I think I'm going to get out my Pale Papaya. Now for my yellows, I'm going to get out Mango Melody and Lemon Lolly. Where's your Lemon Lolly? There you are. I'm also going to get some saffron out, I think, for her hair. And then our Daffodil Delight is the actual yellow in this that I want. I don't think I need any other yellows. And then we do probably need something for her shoes. I don't know if I do need it, but just in case, I'm going to get out my number 600 flesh tone. All right, now we can do a little bit of coloring, and then we're going to assemble. I think let's color her first. If we do her first, then I can get her cut out, and then I can get that going, and we can see what's what. All right, we're going to do Petal Pink, and I'm going to start with the dark part. Oops, not the fat end. Do you see how dark it is? It's not bad. Not bad. All right. And then the light Petal Pink. I can go out of the lines a little bit because it's just not going to really matter. Now, before I get going too much with her, I'm going to put just a tiny bit of my Petal Pink on her cheek, so she has nice rosy cheeks. Okay. You could do a lot of Petal Pink if she's been out in the sun getting a nice sunburn. So we had, Jeff and I had already traveled to Washington State and back. So we didn't want to go anywhere out of town for the 4th of July. Normally we go to one of the little towns. And Crane, Missouri is where we went last year and loved it. It was so fun. So I'm going to start with my So Saffron. And if I can find it, the dark So Saffron for her. I do think I want to give her a little bit of an orange in her hair. So here's my dark Pale Papaya. And I'm going to start with a bit of Pale Papaya just to give her hair a little bit more color. That's Lemon Lolly. I want So Saffron. And let's see if the dark So Saffron. Yeah, dark is what I want. I do, the So Saffron's the one that I prefer for blonde hair. I don't know why, I just do. Probably because it tends to blend really well with our browns and oranges. So I usually don't use it just as is. I put it with other colors because hair has so many colors to it. All right, so that's her hair. Let's see if I have my Lemon Lolly. That's So Saffron. We'll put that with So Saffron. And Lemon Lolly, I don't see. There you are. There's your partner. Okay. Now, let's do, oh, I didn't get black out for our Scotty dog.
So he's going to be black, but of course black does not work well for coloring, I don't think. It always is way too dark. So what I'm looking for is my smoky slate. There you are. We're going to start with smoky slate and my light basic black. And then I'm going to finish it off with a Copic pen. All right, so we're going to start with light basic black and see how dark you are, because I think you're pretty dark. Yep, way too dark, so I cannot do you. I always start with it. I'm always hopeful. And then we want to do not dark smoky slate, but light smoky slate. And that's gonna go, that is what we can use mostly. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do most of the dog with that light smoky slate. I don't want to overdo him. It's like he doesn't, I don't need it to be perfect here. I don't want to take a ton of time. If you wanted to do a ton of time with him, that's great. And you would want to use a pen or pencil and put some little fur strokes. Ah, there he is. I'm leaving white around his eye because I want to see it. And then I'm going to use my T1 pen just for this top part to try to lighten that up a bit. Okay, let's put a pink ribbon on him. He's a girl dog. So that's our Melon Mambo. And I'm actually gonna put a little pink on his eyebrow, just to, in his ear, just to make that stand out, and his little nose. All right, let's do the flower in the bag. I think we'll do the flower yellow, and we're gonna do, or we'll do the bag yellow, I mean, and the flower pink. Let's get our yellows done first. And we'll do the same with this one. Oh. It's easy when you're having just two colors. Very easy to figure out how you want to color coordinate everything. You don't have to think about it too much. All right, so that was our Mango Melody. I actually needed some Daffodil Delight. That's our main color. So let me look at my dark Daffodil Delight. Get just a little bit of that in there. And I think we'll leave that. We'll put it here and there. All right, and then for her, we want Melon Mambo. And we're gonna do this, and her shoes. Her lips. And the bag. And the balloon. You just use your dark on a lot of it, but not all of it. When it was time to come back, our drive went really well. We had rain here while we were gone, so I was a little concerned that we were going to be traveling in a lot of rain. Sometimes the rain in Idaho is a little scary too. It can rain really hard in the deserty part of Idaho and Utah.
We've been caught in a rainstorm before where it was scary to me. It wouldn't be to a normal human, but I get scared in the car easily. Her lip is like curled sinisterly. Okay. Oops, I kind of smudged it. She's got smudged lipstick. Oh, well. And I can fix that. I can fix it. I don't want her to have a sneer. You definitely don't want to have a customer in the store who's sneering. That's not good. It's never good. Okay, Mary, I hope you saw your bag. You never replied, at least that I can see. You might even be talking to me and I wouldn't even know because Facebook has been very, very mean to us in so many ways. I don't know why. Probably because I don't ever pay them any money. And that would do it, I suppose. I can't really fault them for that, I suppose. You know. They locked us out of the account. I was glad that I was starting to do my video today way early because I wasn't sure that it might not take me a whole hour to get us unlocked. We have been posting things from out of state, and I'm sure that flagged it. But Jeff also said, yeah, I've been posting a lot of political stuff. But yeah, I'm sure that probably did it. They don't like that sort of thing, you know. They like you to toe the line, the party line. All right, so bubble bath. We're gonna lighten you up just a bit, little balloon right at the top. Your purse, this bag, maybe your dress, just a little. And then, oh, her shoe, kind of needed to spread that a little. There we go. You know, the thing is I want her to have blue eyes. I'm gonna look here. I did smudge it. So what I need to do is fix that. And the only way I can really fix the smudging is with a color lifter. So you've got these white things that are color lifters, and they actually work quite well when you make a big boo-boo like that. Just color over it until it's gone, basically. And then you can try to fix it. Because it's gonna lift not just this pink, it's gonna lift some of and I'm cleaning it at the side as I do it. Let's see if that helped. Is it dry? Mine's getting a little dry, but it's still working pretty good. Let me grab my light petal pink, because if you go over the same color that you were doing, it can wash away some of that as well. Will end up being just a little darker. But it's one way to kind of correct your flubs. All right, so that is that. And now we can, oh, her eyes. They better be brown, don't you think? So let's grab something very, very pale brown. Let's do, is 300 or 400? Oh, I had 600 out. That's actually pretty light. Let's check it out, yes. That's pretty good. There we go. Oh, she's so cute. Since I've got the brown out, let's just do our little dog in case we want to use it. He's so cute too in these boxes. So these boxes, of course, are my UPS ones, and I won't be using all of them. They wouldn't all fit in the cart, so I don't really have to be too careful with it. Maybe we'll turn you into a pink box because I kind of went over that very poorly. And color you brown, more brown. color out my flub. Just color it away. And your black or smoky slate, it must be smoky slate. And a little bit more fur there. All right, we are ready to cut her out first. So then we can see how we want. I think I'm gonna cut right on the line. Now normally you would cut so that you are leaving a little bit of a white edge. But I think for this one, I want it to be pretty close. I don't even have it. I don't think, we don't have any blonde-haired relatives. But a ponytail, I don't know. Today when we were at the coffee shop, we didn't see a ponytail, I don't think today, but usually we do. I just always think ponytails look better when they're blonde. I don't know why, I just do. Might be because of Barbie. I'll bet it's because I was a Barbie player. When I was little, I played with Barbie dolls all the time, so that she always came with that ponytail. That's probably why I think that. Our new in-laws have this wonderful ranch outside of Cheney, Washington, and it was so beautiful. And they said, "Do you want to go on an adventure?" I was like, "Yes." So they piled us all in. This included all of the kids who may have done this before, but it's been a long time since I got to ride in the back of a pickup. I think the last time I rode in the back of a pickup was when we were probably caroling in the winter when it was super cold and I was bundled up. And it wasn't as much fun, I have to say. But it was fun. But in the summer when it's warm and all, it was so fun. We had a blast. Of course, since I'm grandma now and not just a kid having fun in the back of the pickup, it was slightly terrifying. I was wondering, are these kids know not to stand or even lean over the side while we're going up a bumpy hill, right? I'm sure they did, but Jeff and I, our teacher mode came out and was like, sit down and you're not doing that. Which was probably pretty funny to the parents. Probably thought, they sure are overreacting. Well, they're not falling out of this pickup truck on my watch, that's for sure. And we did have our own grandkids in there too. So it's like, my grandkids aren't going to fall out for sure. And your grandkids aren't either. And they wouldn't have. I'm sure that the kids who are their grandkids, they have grown up doing this, so they know the score. It's just when you don't know it, and you're the adult in the room, you've got to be the adult in the room. We had a blast. We didn't spoil their fun. They had so much fun. We went up on the top of the hill. Our son's new father-in-law told us the story of why there's a big arrow in a rock up at the top of that hill. It was a very cool story about it pointing to Felt's Field, something like that. There aren't many of these. It's a war story. So there are these rocks that were done in certain places in the United States that point to airports in case it was an emergency need to land at this airport. Like Felt's Field is not a big airfield in Spokane. So it was a very cool story. All right, so now we've got her done, and we're going to see how she's going to look here with her cart. Now, I can tell right now because she's pink, we are going to want a nice circle under her. She is so cute. Isn't she going to look good here? Don't you love this? I can put her up high enough that I can get my little circle tab here. I don't know if I want a circle. I think I'm going to get one of my little corners, and we're going to stick a little corner piece on here, and I'll use maybe these squares to do that. Okay, so we're going to put little DSP squares of some sort here to secure it. But I can tell I need a circle or an oval. It can't be too big. It's got to be white because I need that to stand out. It could be yellow or my circles. Let's look at our DSP. Got this big one. Oh yeah. No, because I'm going to have stuff in here, you see. So that won't work. I can still use that, but I'm going to go with the white. So let's pull out, I've been using my Spotlight on Nature dies a lot. I think today, though, I am going to use just my regular stitched shapes. I think this is the size circle I want. Not too small, not too tall. Just big enough. I don't know, that doesn't seem big enough. Let's get the bigger one. That's, oh, that comes with an oval, which is nice. Let's see, what other circles do we have? I've got assorted circles. Where's my stitched shapes? Or was that stitched shapes? There's another circle one, and I can't remember what it's called. Stitched So Sweet is not it. So we're going to get out my Spotlight on Nature dies because that I know has a bigger circle in it. Oh, and it has that radiating one. I love that one. That's pretty big. Too big. That one's about the same size. This is the one I always use. That one's a bit large too. And that one's about the same size. I don't want all this stitching. This is a little larger, so we're going to use that one. And do I have a scrap of white? I usually do. That's not wide enough of a scrap. So we'll just use this stitch right here. Alright, and then we're going to toss that out there. Get all the little pieces off. I forgot my camera's going pretty low. I'm probably getting very claustrophobic. Sorry. Let's move you up a bit. Alright, and then we're going to put you on this, like this, and then the cart is going to be here, and here, and she's going to be like that. And then the thing is that I need to figure out how my packages are going to go in there. And then I do believe I want to stamp a sentiment on here. So let's check out all of our little things. So we're going to have the little dog in there. You know, he still could go in there. We could have one down here. We've got packages and all that. We've got room for stuff. Let me look at my stamp set. I want to have Treat Yourself right here. Or no, you know, my favorite one is shopping is always a good idea. I mean, I'm serious. It is sad. It is sad. I don't like to shop with people particularly. I'm weird that way. I don't like to go shopping with people. And I don't really always like to shop when I know what I want. If I don't know what I want, it's a blast. For one thing, I don't have to buy anything. So if I don't need anything at all, I love to shop. It's fun. I can leave anytime I want. It doesn't matter if I didn't find anything. If I found something that was a good bargain and I buy it, sweet. But if not, it doesn't matter. If I'm trying to find something, I just hate it. It's like I can never find what I'm actually looking for if I really need something. So shopping isn't always a good idea. If you actually need something, I found now that unless I already have a very good idea that they have it and I know where it is, then I'm just going to probably buy it online, because I have spent so much time searching and then never finding, and then coming home and then just ordering it online because I knew it was there, but I was hoping I could find it cheaper, or I was hoping I could purchase local, you know, and not have to do that. All right, so now we're set. We're set and ready to assemble and get the card done. This is the good part. After you've got it all worked out, you like what you've done, it looks really cute. You've got your sentiment on, and then we can start assembling the little cart. So the basket's gonna go here. I need enough room for that dog to be jumping out. I need her little hand to be on the cart. I need the wheels down here. And it can be like going askew. It does not have to be, I think we're gonna do it like that. Okay, so I'm gonna take my wheels and glue those right to the card. You could do mini dimensionals and cut and make it work, but I want the cart to be sticking out a little bit, so I'm gonna do it like that. Right there. Now my glue oozed a tiny bit, just a tiny bit. So I'm gonna take my little wipe before it has a chance to dry and just dab. Try to get that glue off my silver. I don't really want it on there. All right. And then the cart part, we don't have to worry about her yet. All the items need to go in the cart and be glued to the cart. Then you can adhere it with dimensionals without having to worry about how all this is going to work. Okay, so all we need to do is cut out the things we want in the cart. Now don't cut everything out. Just start with the things that you know you want for sure in there, because you're not going to ever, just like in a real shopping trip, you're never going to fit everything you wanted in that cart. Do you ever go into the grocery store and get the little tiny mini cart first, and then get halfway through the store and have it falling off because you've got it bulging so much on the bottom, and in the cart was full, like in the second aisle? You went down and thought again, why do I get the mini cart when unless I have one item to buy, I'm never going to get through this store with the actual mini cart, and I'm going to end up I'm either going to have to apologize to the clerk, who's going to have to really cram to get it back in, or just get another cart. So anyway, I don't get the mini cart all that much now, because the store that we go to is a little neighborhood Walmart market, little market. And so people going in there are all there just for food, nothing else. And so frankly, there must be a lot of singles and couples like us, because we don't eat much. And the mini cart's always gone. I could probably get by with the mini cart a lot now. because it's just Jeff and me, but they don't have very many. It's always gone. Okay, he's gonna sit in there on a back. Oh, he's cute. Now this is where the box comes in, because he's got to be on a box. Like, I have one where there's a cake in the cart and the dog, and it was kind of hard to figure out how to do it because, you know, obviously you would not have your dog in the cart if you were bringing home a cake. But, you know, sometimes pet owners do crazy things. So I was sending it to somebody I know is a pet lover, so I thought, you know, they're going to completely understand this. It's possible. Okay, so first of all, we're going to put our box in and glue it in such a way that our dog can somehow be on it somewhat. Let's see if he's here. Let's see if you're like this. And you're up there. Like that, maybe. Or just like that, maybe. Yes, I think that will work. So take your glue, and where your item is going to be on your cart, just put a bit of glue. It doesn't need to be much. You just need a little dab where it's going. Okay, and then that's going in there like that. Your fingers will get a little gluey when you're doing this, so have your wipe ready. Okay, so that item is in. The dog can stay out for a bit. And then we're gonna have this one. Shopping might always be a good idea, but definitely not with your dog. I wouldn't do it. That can go there, and then he's gonna be able to kind of go in on here like this, you see? And then if you wanted a plant or something, that would be great. I think I've got enough room for these. The big bag's gonna have to go out, and I can put it on the inside of my card. And the handles here, oh man, they are leaving. I cannot cut those out. They are history. Okay, so now we're going to put the rest in. So let's put a little bit of glue here, and here, and here. Okay, I don't know how far it's going to go over, so I have to be a little careful there. So this one first. Oops, let's get the dog out of there. This one first, like that. And this one next, like that. And I see a corner here. I want something there. So what I'm gonna do is just take this box and put brown on it, because I don't want anything too obvious here. I don't need to color the whole thing, because just this little corner is going to be showing right there. We're going to tuck that package in there behind. Like that. Okay. All right, so we've got our cart is filled, except for our dog is going to go in also. So we're going to poke him in there, see where he's going. I'm going to just put some glue on his feet. So you're getting the idea of how to fill your bags. This is how to do it. That is going to be the easiest way. Just start building how you want your either your shopping cart or that little Market Goodness bag, how you want it to look. Now, we do have another dog. He's pretty cute. Let's pull him out and see if he could look good in there. I don't know if he does. This is the one, though, that I had in the cart. In my cart in my newsletter today. Now, if you haven't taken my newsletter yet, you should go to my website and subscribe. It comes out every week. Just a way to get in your mailbox an idea for something that, for a set you already have, or because I usually don't copy the exact card of someone, but I'll see their card with a different set and think, oh, I think that will look really good with whatever this other set is that I have. Let's see, we could stick another dog in here. Yeah, isn't he cute? Like, how many dogs can you fit in a cart? Just do it. He's cute. It's not real. He's not going to actually be there with you to making a mess and biting and eating your stuff and trying to jump out. It's just all for fun. Oh, he's so cute. All right, perfect. Now our cart is ready to go on. Oh, aren't they cute? You can just set them however you want, but we need dimensionals for that. Now that you have the cart assembled, it is easy to stick on because you can put all these little mini dimensionals or regular size dimensionals all over. It's going to hold the card on really well. Get a little mini dimensional here for the schnauzer. And for the little bulldog or terrier, I guess is what he is. He's so cute. Anytime there's a pet set, I don't even have any pets, but I always buy it because they are so full of personality. They really add personality to your cards. And then people who are pet people really like them. Look at you. Aren't you cute? Now we can get the little girl's hand up there. She's going to be on dimensionals too. So let's take a mini dimensional and put that on her hand. See if it'll work. Nope, too fat. Let's get a piece of that. Just a little piece. Right there. And then this little piece. Can go on her other hand. Like there. And then these little mini dimensionals can go on her foot. I think, there we go. Oh, looks like I'm gonna have to clip it off a little bit because I can see it. And then we'll use our regular dimensionals for the rest of her. Make sure I got all of the piece backings off. They're off. All right, let's get her hand into position. I'm gonna have her hand up first still. Not quite done because remember she has this little bag. Oh, so cute. All right, now I'm going to slip that over her wrist. So in order to do that, let's take a little hole punch. Oh, look at you. You fell right out. Huh, I did not know that could even come out. And we'll just hole punch there. And then you can use some little snips to get in there once you've made your opening. Come on. There you go. Take my black. We're going to make that a whole strap. And then put a mini dimensional. I think we can get a regular dimensional actually on that. Okay. Now that has to go on when we have it on. The whole thing is grouped. Isn't that cute? Now her purse though does have to kind of, I forgot, her hand can't really, it cannot secure to this because it does have to open. So we're going to take that off and I'll stick it on her elbow, her skinny elbow. Actually, I won't. I'll just use the purse. We'll put the purse on her arm and we're going to stick the purse down to that card front. Oops, not like that. It's got to be dangling there. All right, like that. And that will help secure her arm as much as it needs to be. Oh, so cute. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now, both of these flaps are like this. Okay, so it's a modified gate card. I wouldn't call it a gate card myself. I'm pretty sure, though, that is what the creator of this fold called it. When you go to the Queen Bee Designs, you'll see it. All right, so that part can get secured here, and I think we're going to just glue it down. You could use dimensionals, but I think glue is going to work really good. I don't really want more dimension. I need it to be more flat. There's already a lot of stuff going on there, so we're going to glue it down right here. Again, I kind of forgot if I was going to do a ribbon, I would need to do that now, but I've changed my mind. I'm not doing a ribbon or a tag. We're going to just glue it on here. Okay, like that. And then the corner. Remember these little squares? Well, I kind of need, I don't really want this green square, but I could use it. All right, first of all, before I do that, let's snip these. I don't know if I'm going to use these on the inside, but I suspect I will. And I've got a big mess. Let me clean that up just for a minute so that I can continue to work here in my space. Once I start getting too many things out all over my desk, it starts to get, it starts to make me feel like I'm working in a 6-inch space. And my brain can't handle that very well. I'm gonna save this piece. Can that go back on your, have you ever had one of those fall off your hole punchers? I've never had that happen before. And I did not know it came off. Okay. There, that's much better. All right, I have corner punch things or dies. And you can use all kinds of things for corners. I could use just a square. Trying to think all the things I have that are for corners. And honestly, when you have so many dies, it's hard to remember where all of them are. So I'm kind of looking a little bit to see what I've got. Aha, I see some things, but none of them are really what I'm looking for. You know, just even your perennial postage die or a stitched rectangle die would work.
I've got a bunch of pockets. Let's see here. And I actually have a corner die piece. I sort of forget how that one went. Aha, here we go. I see it. See what I was looking for. So a while ago, we had a mini pocket envelope. And in the mini pocket envelope, we had this piece, which actually snugs up. Now, it's a little awkward, as I recall, because you either need a magnet or you need to be able to punch a hole and tie it, and then you have to secure the tie. I don't really want that. There's like a whole bunch of things I can use here, though. There's this one. It needs to actually be a corner. So let's see what else I have here. Let's just go with the corner. I think I'm going to end up playing around and not finishing this quickly enough if I keep looking and looking. So let's just find, aha, here's my corners. So we have a frame and corner thing, and I actually have a corner in there already. In it's probably not daffodil. Might be, it looks almost like so saffron or something. There's that one. And that one. It came with all these frames and corners, and I just cut a bunch at one point, and I do use them here and there. You can do a corner like this, and it'll tuck right in there. Isn't that cute? If we just use a couple of mini dimensionals in the corner here, so I'm going to put one right there in that corner, and another one in this corner, just a bit. I'll have to cut a bit of it off, and this bit off right there. Oops, it's sticking to me, not to the tag. There. Oops, I still see some of it. Let me clip all that off. There, now it stays shut. You can open it easy, you can shut it easy. So cute. And then on the inside, you can put all of your other things if you want. You can decorate more with your designer series paper, like I do really like that there. That's pretty. Let's do that. What dimension did we have there? Do you remember? This is 5. So we want this one to be 4 3/4. Let's cut this edge off. I can use up all my scraps. All right, well, I hope you are having a wonderful summer. You've recovered from the 4th of July extravaganza you probably experienced. We still are having fireworks going every night. Really nice, because it rained for one thing, so people had to go extra, time to make up for that. And we have actually really enjoyed it because we don't have any dogs and we don't have any kids that it's a problem with. Now, if you want to make this more colorful, feel free. I mean, you can just keep going. Fun folds are perfect when you have designer series paper you want to use up. But like I said, I'm going to just put white on each side so I have room to write. And that is going to be my card. But you could do a pocket. You could do a little pocket here.
And then you've got a nice space for a gift card pocket. I just thought this was a very fun, easy fold to do. It's big enough for this set so that you can get a whole lot of things on it. I do think the little balloon is going to be cute. I think I might do that. Look at you. I think we have balloons. We have a balloon set. What is that balloon set? It's a balloon set. I don't have it though. I do have another balloon set, so I did not buy that one. But you can do that. Little balloon. I think I'm gonna have to put that up higher. There was a balloon tie with it on this set, so let's grab that. And I think I can do it, even though I only need a tiny bit of it. I only want to stamp a tiny bit of it. I'm going to have to be careful because this is already on something. You could just even use, actually, do I want that bit on it? No, I do want that little bit on it. Right here. Okay, you just have to be a bit careful. Then I can fasten on my balloon. Oops, let's put you away. So fun. And then I'll have another little shopping card to give. Oh, you're so cute. The bag. The little bag. I used to do a lot more shopping than I used to, and it's more relaxing when you've learned to not ever buy anything. You see everything. You see a lot of things that you might go back and buy if you ever need it, but I rarely do. And then it's just very satisfying to know that I left without purchasing. I don't know why, but it is. All right, so that one is gonna go in the corner down here. And wow, it is time to be done. Look at you, so cute. You could put another tag of any kind. Oh my. Sending you birthday wishes from far away. You know what, that's probably going to go in here. And then this is another little granddaughter card that I've got all ready to go. I have so many of them. Very fun. Well, I enjoyed making that. That was a blast. It is I never get tired of making fun cards. And then I figure out as I'm making them who it's going to. And then it's just even more pleasure to know that I'm going to be able to go in there, find this little card and send it to somebody that I love. And it's just really cool. So if you do not know how to do this and you want to start, join my team. Oh, I forgot to say it's bonus days. Can you believe it? Through July 30 or 31, it is bonus days. So everything you buy that's $50 or over, for every $50 increment, they will send you a coupon in your email for $5, and then you get that off on something you order in August. So anyway, I hope you have a lovely week and have some good weather coming soon, and enjoy another blessed week. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. Bye.